In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Rocketbook Everlast and the Rocketbook Mini Smart Notebooks. So the basic idea of these notebooks is that they're endlessly reusable. You have to use a certain type of pen, and that is the Pilot Friction pen. These are erasable pens, and you can use erasers on the tips of these pens to erase what you're drawing and start over. Or you can use a wet microfiber cloth and wipe off the ink too. The other idea of this notebook is that being endlessly reusable, you'll only need one notebook for the rest of your life is the idea. And how it works is you scan your drawing or writing or plan, and then when you're done with it, you just erase it free with that wet microfiber cloth or the eraser on the pens, and then you have it in the cloud, and you can keep going and you can keep replenishing your supply of free space without having to buy new notebooks. Probably the other idea of these notebooks is that so you can be eco-friendly and not have to buy so many notebooks and not have to pay for so many notebooks too. But you might want to buy several so you have different sizes and multiple of them. But if you want to save your artwork or your notes, calculations, etc., what you do is you download the Rocketbook app, and then these notebooks are meant for scanning. They have icons at the bottom of the screen, and depending on where you've assigned each icon, you can make it go to iCloud, OneDrive, messaging, email, etc. Once you've got it scanned and sent off, you can wipe it off and start over. These notebooks have black borders around the edges, which probably assist you with scanning, and they also have their icons at the bottom, which you mark to choose where you want it to go, and they have a QR code, which might help with scanning too. Let's take a look at the pens that these Rocketbooks come with. First off, the big notebook comes with a capped 07 Pilot Friction ball pen. It has a grip, and there's the tip, and it even has an erasable end. This eraser is not a traditional eraser, and this eraser has to be used to erase these inks. With the pocket-sized notebook, it comes with a retractable Pilot Friction 05 pen, and so it has a grip here, then the retractable tip. It has a eraser on the end, and that's the two pens that these notebooks came with. I also have another pack of Pilot Friction pens. These are the same as the retractable pen the Rocketbook came with, except these have colored points or tips on the end, and clear retractable clips. It's nice to get another pack of pens so you can have multiple colors, and this one came with 7, and you can get them in black, purple, blue, light blue, green, and red, and pink. Let's try out these Rocketbooks. Before you start erasing with the tips of the pens, you'll want to let them dry for maybe around 15 seconds or else they might smear. So now let's try erasing with the tips. As you can see, I erased most of my name. You can still see a little bit. So now let's try the microfiber cloth. Once you use the wet microfiber cloth, use the dry part of the cloth and dry it. As you can see, the cloth worked best probably for erasing, but you may not always have one, so it's nice to have an erasable tip on the pens. But if you're going to erase a lot of stuff at once, use the cloth. Sometimes it smears and it might take a little bit to erase, but the cloth probably is the best in this situation. Now let's try drawing or writing and then scanning to the app. The Rocketbook Everlast Mini does not have any icons for setting them off easily, but the Rocketbook Everlast does. Also, the big Rocketbook Everlast comes in another size besides the Mini and the current one. It also comes in a bigger size than this. I think it's called Letter. I think this one is called Executive. And this one is called Mini. So now let's try scanning these sketches. I sent one of them to iCloud and I sent one to an email. And we'll see if I receive them. But for now, let's try erasing these notebooks. You can also put a name like this. And then put hashtags on both sides ×2. And it's supposed to be able to put that as the name of your file. This might be handy if you need to save time. But some of these features you have to enable in the settings, so just a heads up. As you can see, I drew and scanned and erased. And as you saw, the microfiber cloth worked best for erasing rather than the tip, but the tip is probably Might be good for small detail and things like that. And the Rocketbook Mini comes with a small microfiber cloth and a pilot fix-on pin. And the Rocketbook Executive size comes with a bigger microfiber cloth and a capped pilot fix-on pin. You can also buy more pilot fix-on pins at places like Amazon, possibly even Walmart. I got a 7-pack with all these colors. In the scanning process, you could see it took a little while to scan, but not an awful long. And the scan turned out not to be too bad. The quality of the pins, the clips of the retractable ones seem kind of cheap, but otherwise they're not too bad. They might get cracks in them or something, but most pins do. The clip of this one's probably sturdier and stronger, but it could snap too. The quality of the notebooks, you can get the actual pages wet, as you can see when I erased. I noticed one of my pages kind of bent. Maybe that will come out over time, but they don't rip like as easy as paper probably, and they're stronger than traditional paper. They're also smoother, and they have dots that you can help you have straight lines and other things. And you can, for a limited time, you can get a Rocketbook that has actual lines like a notebook. So some people might like that. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and leave a comment or suggestion below. Thanks for watching.